in your opinion, what is the role of the African national courts in arbitration?
The role of the African national courts is the same as any other national courts, which we're hoping would be to support. So they should play a supportive role. Arbitration is an alternative process, but arbitrators do not have any coercive powers. So they do not have the police powers of the state backing them. So what you would expect is that you would have a judiciary that will be supportive of that. Of course, the next question then becomes, what does supportive mean? And supportive does not mean a stamp of everything the arbitrators have done, but is appreciating the role of arbitration and giving the arbitrators the space, because the parties have chosen arbitration to resolve their dispute, and the law allows the parties to do that. So we expect the judges to respect that, actually comply with their own law, which says parties can go to arbitration, and honor the decision of the arbitrators, of course, within their own laws and the space that their territory creates for that.
With the significant uptick in investment throughout Africa, how important is it to have a reliable arbitration hub for the investment coming through here?
It's important, massively important, because we do not want dispute flight. We do not want investors to come, exploit the opportunities here, and when a dispute arises, run away. So there is money in resolving disputes as well. So we feel that if Africa is good enough for you to come and exploit and effectively fashion and design your dispute, your investment around, then we should be good enough for you to resolve your disputes. But it's a two-way system. So if we're asking investors to resolve their disputes within the continent in various arbitration hubs, then we have to make sure that we have qualitative dispute resolution systems and institutions that can actually resolve those disputes.
And this is going to help generate more investor confidence.
Of course. I mean, yes, definitely.
And last question, how important is it for there to be a bilateral treaty in place when you have commercial investment?
So there's research both ways. So some research says, of course, when you have a BIT, it drives the inflow of investment or foreign investment. And there's also research to show that it does not, that is not statistically relevant. There isn't that correlation. And the example I like to use is if a country has absolutely nothing to offer. So let's take, for example, a mining corporation. If you don't have any extractive minerals, they have no business coming to you if you sign all the BITs in the world. So that a BIT is just one of the factors that investors will take into account in considering how to design their investment system. But for me, much more than just signing a BIT is actually complying with it. So creating an enabling environment for investors to transact business, and to transact business to create jobs for our citizens, and to ensure that we have technology transfer, and that we don't create, when Africans are not given low-level jobs, but that they are given qualitative jobs that would, again, in the future, lead to sustainable development. So I think those are more important, in my opinion, than just signing BITs.